YouTube, Dog Magician of Team Sorcerers here, this time filming in the spare room. And this one's a follow-up to the last Yu-Gi-Oh! One I did, where I talked about what if my hated decks never existed. Now I'm going to talk about what would happen if my hated cards never existed. I don't think I'll cover cards that I used to hate. It might complicate things, maybe. But yeah, let's talk about what would happen if all my hated cards just never existed. You know, all the Dark Brides on legs, all the monsters that negate everything, all the monsters that just shut down special summons, Ash Blossom. So, yeah, no Dragoon, no Infinity, no Totally Arsehole, Christia, Fossil Diner, all that stuff. Well, for one thing, there'd be less hated decks. I mean, without Heraklinos and War Chariot, Gladiator Beasts would be more enjoyable, and I'd be happy to play against them. Without Legendary Six Samurai Shen, Six Samurais would actually be enjoyable to play against. Without Naturia Beast and Naturia Bamboo Shoot, Naturias would be more enjoyable. Plus, Earth decks wouldn't have the option of going for Naturia Beast. Synchrons would do something that doesn't involve dropping a board of negates, or like Quasar, Blazar, Shooting Majestic. Without Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, there'd be no reason to hate Endymion. Anti-meta probably wouldn't be a thing, because Thunder King, Banisher of the Radiance, Fossil Diner wouldn't exist. Without Ash Blossom, OTK and Lockdown decks would be more problematic. Now, obviously, I can see how beneficial Ash Blossom is, but I feel like without that, then Konami would just go after more OTK and Lockdown decks and just hit them to a point where they can't OTK or lock decks down. They'd be coming down harder on those, I feel like. Overall, like I said about hated decks not existing, the game would be more enjoyable, and it could possibly lead to slower formats. But then again, I guess things like Snake Eyes and Voiceless Voice would be more unenjoyable. Now, I'm not saying I like these decks, and I'm not saying I hate them. It's just that I have no experience with the more recent meta decks, so it's hard for me to have a strong opinion. But I feel like they would have been hit harder. I don't know, I guess it depends. I know quite early on I'd have no reason to quit tournaments. Um, and one thing I forgot to mention about when I talked about my hated decks not existing, I probably wouldn't quit current format Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's unlikely that I would quit tournaments in this timeline. And again, regionals and YCSs would be more appealing, although maybe not so much later on, again because of Snake Eyes and Ubel, and whatever else has been in the meta, like since last summer, I guess. I mean, if I end up finding these unbearable and they just don't get hit enough, then I'd probably still just end up not playing in tournaments anymore. And it could lead me to quitting current format Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though quitting current format was partially because of the stupid arguments over cards and decks that I hate. So whether or not that would still happen, I don't know. But yeah, basically to summarise, I guess any point before 2024, I probably wouldn't quit tournaments. The game would be more enjoyable, and it's unlikely I'd quit the current format. But whether or not I quit either of these in 2024 would kind of be up in the air. And yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So yeah, that's all I got on this one. Thanks for watching.